Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. There is nothing more powerful, nothing more unstoppable than a woman who stands on her own 2 feet, unshaken, unafraid, and unapologetically herself. For too long, the world has whispered in our ears that a woman needs a husband to be whole, to be valued, to be fulfilled. But I am here to tell you that is a lie. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are not incomplete. You are not missing a piece of yourself. Because a woman who walks alone is not walking in lack. She is walking in power. She is walking in purpose. She is walking with the strength of every dream she's ever dared to chase, every obstacle she's ever overcome, and every ounce of love she pours into herself every single day. So, to every woman who stands on her own, this is your moment. This is your time. And I want you to know deep in your soul that you are not just enough. You are extraordinary. Being alone does not mean being lonely. It means standing in your own power, knowing who you are, and embracing your life on your own terms. Society has long conditioned women to believe that fulfillment comes from being chosen, that completeness comes from having a husband, but that belief is outdated, and more importantly, it is untrue. A woman is not defined by her marital status, but by the depth of her character, the strength of her spirit, and the love she cultivates within herself. A woman who walks alone is not walking in lack. She is walking in freedom. She is walking in choice. She is walking with a strength that says, I am enough as I am. Because being single is not a void that needs to be filled. It is an opportunity to build a life on your own terms. It is a chance to explore, to grow, to create, and to thrive without limitation. Too often, the world paints marriage as the ultimate goal for a woman, as if all roads must lead to partnership. But what about the road that leads to self-discovery? What about the path that allows a woman to become everything she ever dreamed of without waiting for someone to walk beside her? That path is just as valid, just as fulfilling, and just as worthy of celebration. A woman who stands alone is powerful beyond measure because she knows her strength is not dependent on anyone else. She is her own provider, her own protector, her own greatest source of love. She does not shrink herself to fit into someone else's expectations. She takes up space, builds her dreams, and loves herself fiercely. She understands that love is not confined to romance. It is found in friendships, in passions, in purpose, and in the way she shows up for herself every single day. Walking alone does not mean walking without love. It means embracing a different kind of love, one that is rooted in self-worth, in courage, and in the belief that happiness is not something that comes from another person, but from within. A woman who walks alone is not incomplete. She is whole, radiant, and unstoppable. She does not need permission to live fully, love deeply, and exist in her truth. She is not waiting to be chosen. She has already chosen herself. And that, above all else, is the greatest power a woman can have. A woman who walks alone is not lacking. She is choosing. She is choosing herself, her dreams, her independence, and her own definition of happiness. Society has long taught women that marriage is the ultimate validation, as if being chosen by a man is the greatest achievement. But that is not the truth. A woman's worth is not determined by her relationship status. She is not waiting to be completed. She is already whole. There is immense power in choosing your own path, in embracing your individuality, and in standing confidently in your own life. A woman who walks alone is not lonely. She is liberated. She has the freedom to create her own story, to live life on her own terms, and to pursue what truly brings her joy. She does not need someone else to define her value, because she knows her worth is inherent. Marriage is not a requirement for happiness. It is a choice. And just because a woman chooses to walk alone does not mean she is without love. Love is not confined to romance. It exists in friendships, in purpose, in self-care, and in the passion she pours into the things that matter most. She does not need external validation to know she is enough. A woman who walks alone is strong, fearless, and complete. She is proof that fulfillment does not come from a title, a ring, or a role assigned by society. It comes from embracing who you are, standing in your power, and knowing that you are not waiting for anything or anyone to make your life whole. You already are. Strength is not found in the presence of another, but in the unwavering confidence of knowing who you are. A woman who stands alone does not seek validation from others. She defines herself by her own dreams, ambitions, and values. Her strength is not measured by who walks beside her, but by the courage she carries within. She understands that her life is not incomplete. It is full, vibrant, and entirely her own. Independence is not a burden, it is a gift. It is the freedom to wake up every day and make choices that align with her vision without compromise or hesitation. It is the ability to build a life that reflects her passions, to move forward without waiting for approval, and to thrive on her own terms. She does not see solitude as emptiness, but as an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to embrace her power without limitation. Love is not something she lacks, it is something she embodies. A woman who stands alone is proof that love exists beyond romance. It lives in the way she nurtures herself, in the friendships that uplift her, in the passions that ignite her spirit. She understands that love is not just about being chosen by another, but about choosing herself every single day. A woman who walks this world without a husband is not incomplete, not missing. She is standing, thriving, and becoming the greatest version of herself. She does not seek permission to live fully. She simply does. She does not fear walking alone because she knows her strength is enough to carry her wherever she dares to go. And in that strength, she is unstoppable. Love is not defined by marriage, nor is it limited to the presence of a husband. A woman who walks alone is not without love. She is surrounded by it, living in it, and creating it every single day. Love exists in many forms. And the deepest, most transformative kind of love begins within. It is in the way she nurtures herself, the way she speaks to herself with kindness, and the way she honors her own dreams without apology. She does not need a partner to validate her existence or to make her life feel whole. Love is not something she waits for. It is something she actively cultivates. It is in the friendships that uplift her, in the laughter shared with kindred spirits, in the quiet moments of peace she finds within herself. It is in the way she shows up for her goals, the way she pours her passion into her work, and the way she cares for the people around her. Love is not about being chosen by someone else. It is about choosing yourself every single day. It is in the freedom to create a life that aligns with your values, in the pursuit of the things that make your soul come alive. A woman who walks alone is not missing out on love. She is redefining it. She understands that love is not a destination, but a way of being, a state of mind, a force that flows from within.